Hey guys, this marks the end of week 12 on this account, and it's been a busy week. Now, before I go any further, caveat. When I'm about to say, and I will say it a lot, brought a character to 7 stars, I just mean I got the shards to get them to 7 stars. I can't confidently say that I've actually paid the credits to bring these characters to 7 stars because I don't have them. Credits are a crunch right now. But that's actually going to be something we touch on again later on in the video because it's something that I'm going to try and fix sooner rather than later. Jumping into character farms, you're about to see how big a deal the double drops made. Everything here is miles further on than it was last week, and as you can see, Admiral Raddus is 7 stars now. Second sister will be when I can afford to do it. Boba Fett got 7 stars during the week, I believe, as well. We did quite a bit, even on the ships front. I've 7 starred Biggs of Ship, and I've 7 starred the Imperial TIE Fighter. But even over here, Ninth Sister's almost there, Grief is almost there. We've been able to start farming Mon Mothma again. I brought my actual investment into hard node farming back down to 150 crystals a day from 250, purely because I couldn't sustain 250. Some days it does mean I'm a tiny bit short when it comes to PS, but the second Ninth Sister there is 7 starred. That goes away. All that energy goes into PS, and everything up here is guaranteed to be farmed every single day. Hopefully, by the time I get to level 84, I'll have 7 start at least one more of these, and that will make room for Bosk as another character to bring in. But yeah, it's been a really, really busy week for stuff like that. We have actually 7 starred so many characters in terms of shards. We've done those too on the Cantina nodes. I finished Old Ben. I went back and finished TIE Pilot as well. Inside of that 4 days, so they're both done, and I've moved on to Dash. On the guild farm, I've 7 starred both the Raid Han Solo and Dengar. At the moment, I'm not convinced I need General Kenobi or Traya just yet, because I have no immediate plans for their teams. So I've been pumping what's coming of my guild currency into low grey, because I will need C-3PO regardless. So that's a character I will need down the line. As you can see, Princess Leia is at 7 stars worth of shards as well. So I've moved the Cantina farm into finishing Kaina Jarrus. My arena farm into finishing Kaina Jarrus. In terms of Cantina currency, it's Stormtrooper Han for the minute until I've 7 starred him. Then I gotta decide whether I need to 7 star Cassian's U-Wing sooner rather than later, or whether I can afford to go down and do Stormtrooper to set up the Imperial Remnant team that I showed some interest in last week. But yeah, things are actually going pretty damn well. Now, in terms of plans for the next 7 days, they are pretty straightforward. What I want to do is I want to bring up my dark side ships so that I can start getting Zeta materials, and I also want to bring up the Scoundrel team so that I can now try the next level of Credit Heist, and I want to be able to do it. I believe at the moment I'm bringing in 2.5 mil on Credit Heist. When I get the next level, it should be 5 mil, and that's going to be a difference maker. It's almost certainly going to be this team that I'll be bringing into it each individual time. Should be plenty strong. I just got to level them. I want to get each one to at least 80 so that I can pretty confidently go into that event. And as regards the aforementioned dark side ships, Slave 1, TIE Fighter, IG, TIE Bomber, and the First Order TIE Fighter is what I'm using right now. But what I really want is the 2 shards of this, because my Vader's already ready to go. And if I can start that Tarkin mission with TIE Fighter, Bomber and Advanced, and just bring in IG and Slave 1 as the reinforcements, I feel like I got it in the bag. Provided I can level them at least to 77, 78, failing that 75, and maybe try and scrape by. It depends on how high impact Vader's ship ends up being in this fleet. I'm hopeful that it will be enough. Any skill or ability mats this week are going to go into Executrix. I'm going to bring that ship up so that it feels like it's doing something in that battle. But other than that, that is pretty much where we're at. Everything's going really well. The massive influx of Phoenix shards means that farm, when it eventually has to happen, just got a lot easier. I got Fulcrum obviously at 7 stars, which makes me take a second and think if I want to do a Seer team at some point. I probably do, but the priority has to be to finish what I've got before we even touch that. My plans for the initial 3 teams on offense and defense for Grand Arena, the actual teams in question and our members, has not changed. We want to do Marys, but I gotta wait until I've unlocked Bosket. In the meantime, IG can do it, and I can run a Boba Fett lead, but I'd prefer Bosket's a far tankier team under him. I don't really feel that the Boba Fett led one does much on defense, so that's very much a plan B. The Mon Mothma team is coming together, and now that I can actually start farming her again, we should be able to finish that relatively soon, at least to a point where it's not going to just roll over to anything. The Adrad team is still my most sort of invested team, and we're just waiting on Pathfinder at the moment, and because it's a ship node, he's double drops but the ship isn't, so it feels like I'll get him pretty soon. And on the offense side of things, it's not looking quite as good. The Inquisitor team will be fine. We'll run that, it'll get through some stuff, it may not get through others, that's okay. The CLS team is going to take a little bit of time to put together. I know I'm not going to have that ready to roll right away. This Dash team is not going to be ready right away, but a Dash team should be. And for the Empire, this is pretty loose. So long as I have Palps and Vader in there, I feel like it'll be able to accomplish something. I don't expect to win a massive amount of Grand Arenas right away, but I feel like I have the foundation for a lot of stuff that should carry me later on. That'll be it for this week. If you enjoyed the video, like, subscribe, you know the drill. Thanks for listening.